What's up guys, I'm James, and welcome back to the Great Gambino Watch Reviews. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the Movado BOLD Verso. Before we get started, I wanted to say thank you to my good friend Tony for allowing me to review this newly purchased watch before shipping it out to him. In addition, a special thank you to Feldmar Watches here in Los Angeles for locating and ordering this piece for Tony. Movado is a company that watch reviewers rarely cover, and that is most likely because in modern times they have leaned their design choice more in a direction that resembles fashion watches. It is important for me to mention that Movado is a respectable company that has been making legitimate watches for a very long time. Even though many in the YouTube watch community are not likely to add a Movado to their collection, I see the brand as a good stepping stone from full-on fashion pieces like Michael Kors and DKNY that will eventually transition them to other loved brands like Seiko, Hamilton, and Tissot before leading into higher-end pieces. And that is exactly what the brand did for me. I used to collect many designer watches, and it was when I purchased my first Movado, I was really bit by the watch collecting bug that didn't take long for me to start collecting automatic divers and set me down the road to where watches have become a huge part of my life. The Movado company was founded in Switzerland in 1881 by a 19-year-old entrepreneur, and the company name stands for Always in Motion. This blue version of the BOLD Verso retails for around $700 to $800 at the time of filming. Real quick, let's go over the measurements. We have a case width of 42 millimeters. The lug to lug is about 50 millimeters. If you want to change out the band, it is 21 millimeters. And we have a case thickness of 10.5 millimeters. The crown is shaped with a concave surface and finished with a high gloss. Plus we have a coined edge to add to the aesthetics. The overall design on this piece is a little more sleek and leaning into that fashion dress watch look we talked about earlier, so you will have a fixed, glossy bezel. The entire stainless steel case is coated with a blue ion plating, and we have a vertical brush pattern on the case side that contrasts nicely with all of the other high gloss parts such as the lugs and bezel. Because Movados tend to be minimalistic, it's no surprise that there is very little on the case back, other than some basic text that reads, Movado BOLD, water resistant 5 bar, stainless steel case, and Swiss made under the sticker. The BOLD Verso comes with a flat piece of sapphire crystal, and from my research, there is an AR coating on the underside, which should help reduce glare when outdoors. Looking closer in, you will see the striking blue dial that does an excellent job bouncing light around with its sunburst effect. There are a few small indice markings at each hour, a basic stick handset, and the signature Movado circle that has its own sunburst effect. This symbol is placed at the 12 o'clock to represent the sun at high noon. Other than that, we have text above the 6 o'clock that reads Movado, and a circular date window at the 3 o'clock, which is in negative, having the date number in white and the background in black. I think this was a good choice because it keeps a more seamless design. I could not find much information on the specific movement inside this particular piece, but I just wanted to make note that it has a Swiss quartz movement, which is pretty obvious since Movado is a Swiss watch company, and we can see that it has a ticking second hand. Just like the case, the stainless steel bracelet is coated with blue ion plating, and you have H links that are brushed on the ends and polished in the center. The sides are also polished with push pins. There is no taper, but this is the BOLD series, so they want that presence. A double push button will be used to open the butterfly clasp. As I have said in previous videos, I am not a huge fan of butterfly clasps because they tend to dig into my wrist. But when everything is closed up, it works well to give you more of that seamless flow. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Lume. The hour indices as well as the handset have all been treated with blue Swiss Super Luminova. All of the areas are very tiny, but it does have a nice cool blue color which stays within the theme of the piece. In my tests, the Lume seemed to last for a decent amount of time. And here's a side-by-side shot next to an American quarter to give you a better representation of the scale. And here's a shot on my 6.75-inch wrist. I think it wears great. It doesn't look too big, nor does it hang off the wrist, yet it's large enough to create wrist presence. It may not be something that will interest a watch enthusiast, but overall, it looks very sleek and has a modern style that appeals to the mass market. Now let's go ahead and cut to the outdoor shot so I can show you that natural light reflection.
Go, Gambino! Great Gambino!
Okay, that is going to wrap up this review of the Movado BOLD Verso. Thanks again to my buddy Tony for letting me take a look at this piece. I hope you enjoyed the video. I have plenty more watch reviews filmed and ready to go for the near future, so make sure to subscribe and click the bell button. That way you will be notified as soon as they upload. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you in the next one.